or let's say Lamenkoto camp did not have correct mobility. Because sometimes if there are incidences at Lamenkoto camp, if they don't have correct mobility before they go to those hard-to-reach areas, the armed robbers will go. Well, you cannot compare it to the camps in the heart of the city here, where you have a lot of vehicles going up and down. They can easily grab one vehicle and go. But at Lamenkoto, why are they going to grab a vehicle? Who is going to give them if they don't have? So therefore, Honorable Speaker, I thank you very much and thank the committee. Anytime you go around, please give us those ones that did not have any mobility. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Member for Ilyasa, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, first, let me thank the Committee, Defense and Security, for the visit to the security installation and facilities in North Bank, URR, and CRR. Honorable Speaker, if you will allow me, let me go to the objective. The main objective of the visit is to assess current condition of service and determine whether the budgetary allocation particularly addressed to the term and condition of services, TACOS, have or is.
Honorable Member, take your seat. Honorable members, I'm being informed that we lack quorum to continue. So I will instruct that they ring the bell for 2 minutes. In the absence of that, I will adjourn. The majority chief whip, the honorable member for Opanyomi, and the minority chief whip, the member for Central Baribu, they are all out. Other members, can you notify them that my instructions are that we ring the bell for 2 minutes. In the absence of that, I'm going to adjourn. Honorable members, I'm told quorum does exist now for us to continue. The member for Ilyasa, please continue. I understand you are a member of the committee. Can you summarize?
Yes, so let me just start from where I stopped concerning about objective. So the objective, the main objective of the visit is to assess the current condition and the service and determine whether the budgetary allocation, particularly addressed to the terms and the condition of services, TACOS, have or is being implemented to improve the working and the living condition of security personnel. Honorable Speaker, it is true that security should be a concern to everybody, because this is a sensitive area that every Gambian should be concerned about. In fact, Honorable Speaker, during the visit, we found a lot of challenges as well as improvement. So if you go through the reports, we have challenges and then we have improvements as well. So among the challenges, if you go to Barra Police Station, Barra Police Station, B, it reads poor living and working conditions, including adequate housing for junior officers. It is true that this is something that we found in Essel, but I think we can all attest to the fact that in Essel, there is a new building for the police officers. And then in that building, it accommodates both the police and immigration. And the building is a hybrid police station. So this is an improvement in the security sector. And then again,
Member for Central Body, maintain the quorum.
yeah, and again, when it comes to food and the food service, food and the food services, we can all attest to the fact that as far as this area is concerned, year before last, there was an allocation. And then we realized during our visit that there was an improvement as far as food and the food service is concerned. So again, the tacos comes under condition last year. At least the committee make it possible to make sure that we give them something. There's a reasonable amount that was allocated. I could not remember that, but there was a reasonable amount that was allocated in order to address $1 billion. 1 billion. 100 billion was allocated. 100 million was allocated, at least to address the terms and the condition of security officers. And during our tour, we definitely have realized that changes in them. So definitely, to be honest, it is very difficult. Things cannot be solved at a go. It should be gradual. And that definitely it's a process. And that definitely, but to be honest, the defense and the security, we are making everything possible to make sure that the security, their living and the working condition is improved. Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for giving me the floor.
Member for Lower Floor West, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Speaker, I join my colleagues to thank the committee for doing the needful. I'm very happy. I wish my colleague, Member Pokiang, is here. I just wanted to tell him it's not about the Deputy Speaker being the chair. It's about the committee work and the objective of the journey. But more importantly, also, I just want to tell that the problem is before us. All what is highlighted in their challenges, the best thing that can solve is ensuring that there is enough budget support for the security forces. And who are these people that can do this? Is this August Assembly? And we will be here. When this budget, we do some deduction, you will see the member for councillor and even the deputy speaker running healthy skelter to make sure that those savings should be added to address this issue. Then at that time, everybody will be pushing and say, myself, I'll be going for health. I say, put it for health. Deputy speaker and councillor say, put it for security. And today, what they have been telling us, it have manifested in the talk. In fact, before that committee going out, they know the problem. And we that should have joined them to address the problem, we went in denial. We went in denial. All right.
Playing with the color. Yeah, there's a point of order by the member for Central Body.
No members should input motive to another input. Yes, because nobody went against that. Nobody said that.
Honorable member, take your seat. You are out of order. Honorable member Central Body, sit down. You are out of order.
Anyway, thank you very much, member for Badibu, and also the aspirant candidate for the presidency. I am in order. I'm sorry to tell you this, Your Excellency. Anyway, in conclusion, I have to join the committee. The challenges are highlighted. The coming budget. Let some of us stop playing in the gallery. The coming budget, all our deduction, let's try and make sure that it is sent for the security, because the security, trying to ensure that the security is well addressed is a safe nation. But finally, I'm pleading to the General Assembly. I feel the defense and security, these are sensitive matters. Such reports should not be discussed openly in this. You see, we have, because it is going to, because when I see some of the issues highlighted here, These are not acceptable in any part of the world. And we should look at it very well. Anyway, that's my suggestion, and I thank you for giving me, yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Member. The member for Lower Salem, you have the floor.
Honorable Speaker, I think I will not go further because the member, in his conclusions, what I want to intervene, he has already said light on it. Honorable Speaker, you see, the issue of security is sensitive. And there's nowhere, even in our Western region or international, where security issues are discussed publicly. Western world, Honorable Speaker. I was trying to check on the standing order, neither the Constitution to avert this discussion because it's exposing our weaknesses, Honorable Speaker. I think the office of the Speaker, or we check on the standing orders whereby we can medicate the issue of these security issues to be discussed openly. The members can meet the securities in camera, they know their constraints, you understand? Then they report back by just try to approve their work in but not to discuss on it. I was trying to move the emotion whereby we suspend the debate on the issue. But then,
Honorable Member, you could have moved a motion at any time. Motion could be moved at any time.
so I was just trying to check on the relevant standing orders that will allow us to do that. But then it's never too late. I think we better also to to make sure that these sensitive issues to avoid exposing in our neighboring countries or to know our weaknesses, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, I think we are not trying to make, I don't know how to show to the people that the security threat that we have. We are not trying to do that. The sensitive issues are not reflected in the report. No. The discussion was at the certain conditions, but the top secrets are not exposed here. And mind you, this is Parliament, and you say Parliament, there is nothing that the Parliament cannot do. So these are issues that we need to discuss and find solutions. At the committee level alone, they cannot solve those problems. They have to come to this plenary to adopt it. So these reports must be adopted here. So we cannot.
Yes, remember, I think you are part of the Parliament. Issues like this, it's not discussed. You understand? So
Member for Central Badebo,
yeah,
stop what you're doing.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, I think the idea try to put this thing, not us, the Parliament, to adopt it. We can adopt it based on, sometimes there are bills here that comes in Parliament. We raise a motion, motion without no debate. You understand? But if you check the challenges that affect directly on our security sectors, and the comments that are coming from members, it's not need, members to, stand on the floor down there, speak that they are more, they have more, they have more consciousness to the head of states, neither the deputy speaker or the chairperson. What I was trying to say is, just recently, we have 15 vehicles that are given to security officers, which are high truck vehicles. And none of these members said here. Honorable Speaker, I think like this, in my presence, I will raise a motion to suspend the debate for the betterment of our country. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, the member for Lower Salem, in fact, the members of the committee raised same issues and they were not inclined to lay in the report. In fact, if you look at the original report, it was about close to 30, 40 pages. They streamlined it to 15. But what they discussed and agreed that next time they may not lay such a report. The member for, finally, Brikama South.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I want to thank the mover of the committee members for doing an excellent job. I think this exercise is very important. This issue affects the entire country, and I think it's high time we talk about issues confronting our security denomination. It's exactly very important. And if you look at the findings, these are realities on the ground. I think for us to bring it to the Bantaba and discuss about this issue so that we can have a common position. Most of the members emphasize about the issue of allocation. And we are responsible for allocation. But one thing we need to understand, we have to know the procedures that take place in going in for our budget bilateral. The executive and the entire parliament are extremely important when it comes to allocation. The issue of prioritization is very key here. I wish currently, if you go to certain communities, especially when there is heavy downpour, you look at some of the security, especially the traffic police officers. They don't have rain boots, the way they suffer. You and I know, some of us are even buying boots for them. But one thing that we need to understand, after the finance minister making the forecast, the MDS go for bilateral. And there are submissions. Sometimes you will take 100%, you end up getting 40%. And this will be done completely. They finally come to the parliament here. All the 22 MDS, you look at the committees that are responsible. If you go there, what you will see and what they will be telling you, you will even think of, well, how am I going to get money and put it? Only in the name of the resource envelope is not sufficient. But one thing we fail to understand as member of parliament, there is misplaced priority. You go to goods and services. In the 2025 budget, it attracts almost 18 billion. When we have priorities like these issues, go to the centralized service, how much is not there? So we have to make sure that we look at those areas and make sure we help the security denomination. This is very important. These are common realities. And the committee, the essence of going out to verify these things on the ground. And it must come here, we talk about it, so that the entire country can be at the same wavelength in terms of understanding, so that we can effect changes. But if it is not discussed, how do you adopt these reports? How do you adopt these reports? So it's important for us to talk and let people hear from us. Be the executive and executive.
Please, let's not debate on that matter.
No, it's important because, like,
honorable member, please order. Honorable member, that is not before this assembly. We are debating the report. Don't keep repeating on that. Continue on your contribution.
No, Honorable Speaker, I want you to understand that this is an issue that has been discussed. And in fact, when I'm debating, I want to make a reflection so that people can understand the need why we need to consider this thing.
No, please just go ahead and debate.
Yes, I'm debating. Don't worry, I will continue to debate. To be very much honest with you, I beg to differ. Like, the reports need to come to the plenary for us to discuss about. And it's about the allocation. Every finger, ourselves here are pointing finger to ourselves. That we have the responsibility to allocate. But in fact, to a certain level, we are constrained. We are constrained seriously. Well, that's why I'm saying there's a misplaced priority. It has to come from here. We have to look at our budget cycle before it comes to the parliament. So sometimes we have to take the bull by the horn and look at budget lines where you cannot even distinguish how much is not there and what are they going to address. So issue of priority is a problem. And it's not only the National Assembly, even the executive. You have a whole-fledged ministry. You look at certain ministries, how much are they consuming? What is catered for the security denomination? Even uniforms. Some will tell you there are some certain police officers for how many years they don't even have uniform. They have to buy it for themselves. So these are things that are problems. You come to your community in your own area where there are a problem. You go to the police, they will tell you we don't have vehicle. You have to hire a taxi to go and collect those people. These are things that we are seeing on daily basis. So it's better for us to take the bull by the horn, and budget bilateral is coming now. And look at those lines. How do we look at them and do the cutting? And in fact, if there is cutting, the FPAC will tell you they will cut agri, we want this thing, health, we want this thing. They scramble. And normally we agree if we make any cutting, it should knock down against the deficit. But it's always a problem. Everybody want to at least reimburse your area because of inadequacy. You go to areas, you have surveillance institutions that, in fact, there was last year, in fact, the entire salary for Owalik was completely cut off. Due to the bilateral and the cutting, we are able to address it. So it's good for us to look at it as a parliament together to see how are we going to help and make sure that we improve upon our allocation of the national kit to the priority areas. Thank you.
I now call upon the mover of the report to respond to issues and one of the debate.
Yes, thank you very much. I will start with Kombois, a member of the committee. He just saw the importance of security. Thank you very
Councillor,
much.
can I observe you, please? Honorable Speaker, the Office of the IG gives 25 pickups of vehicles. Just recently, 25 pickups, brand new one, for various. Before that, 12 was distributed. My constituent get one. Again, he gets 25 of them. You understand? Recently, the president also gave out 15 of them. 15. Honorable Speaker.
Councillor, what's the problem?
Oh, you gave.
No, I didn't give. He observed you. He finished. You should continue.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. I thought maybe. Yes. I have also Central Badibu. The issue of security sector reform, we have to understand one thing. I think as members, let's work on creating a budget line for security sector reform. It's not in the budget. Donor driven. So if you want to make sure we see a trajectory move in security sector reform, let's include it part of the budget. I think it will address that need. Yeah. And also the area that you have also said about, we went through the door side. No, defense and security has a strategic plan. Last year, it was the West Coast down to the Combos and the Funds. We look at salient security areas, big police stations. We connect and call on all the heads within the areas, and they will address their we met them, address their problem, and they go into their various stations. And secondly, also be reminded that we are only given 7 days. So 7 days stock of NBR, URR, CRR, a host of others. This is also another thing. I think we could also work towards addressing that internally for us to improve allocations of data. And also you talk about funding. I think we could all champion together into the budget to make sure securities are bailed out. It is our responsibility for all of us. Honorable Member for Kiang also talk about the importance of the report, and also your Kiawes, the importance of the report, and also again talk about the Deputy Speaker being the chair. It is constitutionally, or even the standing orders of us. If you want that not to happen, I think revisit the standing orders, and even maybe, if I'm correct, whether the Constitution also has addressed that. So these are issues. And secondly, also, what I want to put it to him, it's not about the chair, it's about the committee. And we all know, I will also put back to him, if he goes back to the tail end that says the appendix, we all know committees, if we have 3, it's a quorum. So if the chair could take alone, he will not make any decision. So I think he could withdraw it and understand better. The chair cannot do anything, but collaboratively, it's all of us as a committee. So whatever is done to the report, the onus is in all of us as a committee, not one individual. And in our committee, it's not dictated by one person. We are also mixed with oppositions and the ruling party. So these are clear terms that are there. Honorable Speaker, and also what he said about the basic need, lack of uniform and whatever. Honorable members, and if you look at the honorable member of Kiang, honorable member of Nyanija, honorable member of Sami, they all talk about lack of mobilities, lack of gears, lack of these issues. It's about the budget. And bear in mind that ministries or departments have what we call budget ceiling. So even if the Minister of Defense want to increase, Minister of Interior want to increase, they will say, no, you cannot go beyond this. So I think the onus is in all of us here. And I can be on record. Honorable Member for Lower Salom also said this, and as, I think he has also added that the president, the security institutions were given 15 vehicles, the army, the police. Let's understand this, and I'm in record. From date back 2017-18 to date, I was vividly informed that only 7 vehicles that were allocated by the budget allocations. So most of those vehicles that are given are donations. So do we depend on donations? So if we want a change in security, I think the onus lies in all of us to make sure we budget as what we did with the judiciary. Did we do that? No. So if all of us are sitting here blaming no vehicle, no mobility challenges, it's you and I, us members. We are the failure. If we want this failure to be eradicated next year, 50 vehicles should be allocated to security in the budget. So I'm hearing clapping. Are we ready? Are we committing ourselves that next budget, 50 vehicles, we distribute the police, the army, whatever units? So it's all of us. So I think let's work on that. We did that to judiciary, where they purchased at least 25. So why can't we do that for security if we really mean business? So I think all of us now should work on that to make sure we could do that. And now is the right time. We also moved to Honorable Member for Nyanija. Yes, he also mentioned about TACOS. We all know TACOS was approved, but it was not part of the budget. It has a very clear. It was approved, but it was not included in the budget. It was only what we have, the cuts that we had. This is what we've given, 100 million, part of TACOS. But you can say a major percentage is left behind. So it could not address a lot of challenges in them. So I think this is an eye-opener, and all of us are aware now, the constraints that the security forces are facing. That next year, let's work with the budget to make sure it is addressed. Sami also talks about a rich report and concerns of addressing the needs of the budget. I think it's also in line. We will only make it work when the budget is also allocated wisely. And the honorable member for Ilyasa also talk about the implementation. Yes, TACOS was and honorable member also talk about what we call sanitation. We went to certain stations and barracks. The chair could bear witness since last year and this year. We won't move if a truck for them to at least clean out those soakways and order is not done. We do it immediately. We call heads of institutions so that they can address it immediately before we leave. This was what we were doing. And again, also I can tell you, last year, we went to Yundum, motor vehicles lacking issues, chair will pull money. These are records. And batteries or other issues were solved instantly as we are moving. So these are issues that we normally do when we go in defense. And the other thing that I also want to put to members, our report was a bulky one. We have to understand security. Somebody who works in health can't understand security. Somebody who works in local government cannot understand security. Somebody who works in certain area cannot understand. But security itself is something. That's why in our committee engagement, we are off camera. We are off camera.
Can I observe you, please?
No. We are off camera. So what I want you to understand, let's wait. We don't have time, please. So what I'm just putting here is, let's understand one thing. We are guided by our standing orders. And the issue at hand is all our meetings in security committee are off camera. It's never broadcast. And our reports are not saliently been onto any member. But the reason why we have to lay this report is for you to assist us. The report must be laid. If we don't want to lay this report, let's challenge our standing orders and the Constitution. So I think the committee, Defense Security Committee, is a good observation. We will link with the legal team and now make the needful so that we can address certain issues. Brikama South, finally, he's also said the importance of security and again also budget and again engagement. So I think most of these points that were raised, the onus lies in us. Honorable Speaker, finally, the onus lies with this House. If we want to improve the security, 2026 budget is coming. Let's do the needful, and so that we can increase the budget to what we think will be able to at least address some of those challenges. I therefore submit. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, I want to thank all of you for that contribution. Be resolved that this Honorable Assembly do adopt the report of the Standing Committee on Defense and Security of the National Assembly, oversight visit to police stations, military barracks, customs units, prisons, and drug law enforcement agencies throughout the country. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, we may proceed. Honorable members, it is almost to 1500 hours. We have the medicine control amendment bill. Of course, I think it's about 2 clauses. If you want us to finish with it and then go for lunch break, we can do so. But if you want us to break, it's up to you people. Order, honorable members, do you want us to break for lunch? All right. Honorable members, we will suspend for an hour. What's the time now? 2:46. We will resume 3:46. The House is suspended.